All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we start today's class, I would want each one of you to be careful for next, you know, 5 to 10 days, because we have this very, very severe uh, Surya Grahan, the sun eclipse, which is coming on April 8th. And I would want to give you some information on the same. However, the solar eclipse will not be seen here in India. It will be not observed here in India because it will be the night of the 8th. And but people who are living in US, especially it is going to start from the Mexico side, and it is going to move over Texas and the entire EST, where you have New Jersey and New York and California. So it's going to cover all that, and it will go to up to Canada, Toronto area. Okay, so that is where the geographical or the appearance of the solar eclipses, and it starts around 2 o'clock in the afternoon in America. Okay, 2:30 to 15 is the time, PST time, Pacific Standard Time, in America. And so in India, if you want to see the effect, it will be obviously the night of the 8th, and around 9 o'clock it will start, and it will be there until midnight, 2:30 in the midnight. Now it is happening. There are so many problems that can come because of this solar eclipse. How many of you are feeling disturbed, mentally low, and not feeling well physically from good last 1 week, 10 days? How many of you feeling it? As something is not very good, something is scattered, completely demoralized and demotivated, not feeling. Sorry says, Manan Rati says, Adyan, I'm not feeling well physically, mentally and physically both. Shruti Ratanmi Guruji, this time that you have of this sun eclipse, it is a very severe sun eclipse. Why it is very, very severe? Because it is a Sampurna sun eclipse. It's a complete sun eclipse. It's not partial. Okay. Now, when it is Sampurna, it is happening after almost 50-55 years, right? So around 50-55 years after this, this has come again. And this is a complete sun eclipse. And the sun eclipse, the Surya is the karka of white blood corpuscles in the blood. Also, your immunity is seen from Surya. Your bone strength is also seen from vitamin D, Surya. Your confidence, vitality, uh, the pace of the heart is also seen from the Surya, and all the confidence work, government related works is seen from the Surya. You all must be feeling unbelievably low. There's no reason, there's not bigger reason to be low, but you people are not able to come out of that grief, which is the internal vitality of the mind. Okay, that is where the Surya is being hit, and the effect starts, according to me, severe headaches, very aggressive, just a fight with no reason with friends, grief, feeling and negative. बहुत ज़्यादा. It's like ocean of grief, and people who have not uh, encountered this, they will encounter it in next couple of days. So if people who have not encountered it, they'll be very careful when you drive. There'll be so many accidents, so many accidents. There will be one accident. Number two, there'll be dog bites. You got to be very careful with dog bites. The dogs can bite. So when you are, walking on the road, or even your home pet dog, there are chances that, the dog may bite you for no reason. I mean, you're playing, or a child is playing with the dog, and the dog can bite. There can be head-on accidents. There can be problems related to stomach, digestion. There can be foot related problems. Suddenly you'll feel as if your foot is, giving you a problem. You're not able to walk properly. There is pain on the toe, in the toes of your foot. There's a unnecessary headache which is happening. So all these things are something that are going to happen. And you know what? When there's a complete solar eclipse, the effect of that solar eclipse after the eclipse is from up till 4 to 6 months, right? 4 to 6 months it is going to affect. And especially if you are Pisces Lagna, or if you are, having Pisces moon as a Rashi, you're already going through Sadasati. And then also if you are Revati Nakshatra, or your Uttar Bhadrapada, Purva Bhadrapada association, or if you are Hasta Nakshatra, any planets in the sign of Pisces, or any planets in the sign of Virgo. For example, for me, this eclipse is happening in 612. It's my sixth house being an Aries Lagna and the 12th. So this eclipse is in the nakshatra of Revati. And Revati is a Gandhanta nakshatra. It's a Gandamula nakshatra. And it is also the Panchak nakshatra. So these two nakshatras are simultaneously with the Revati. And you see, if you make the Kundli of April 8th, 80% of the planets are either in the Gandhanta or in the Panchak nakshatras. 80% of the planets are either in the Panchak nakshatras or they are in the Gandanta points, right? So, which is again a very, very chaotic situation. On the same time, Mercury is also retrograde. So, you will see your communication skills are, haywire. In the office also, in the professional life also, there can be problems related to your written and the verbal communication. Be very careful. You can have very, very difficult situations at your office and with your home also, with your wife, with your husband, with your children, with your friends. You can have huge fights. So you need to be very, very careful. With this regard, you need to be very, very careful for next at least 3 months, not 6 months. And do not unnecessarily go to malls, because when you see Rahu is also there with the Surya, right? And then you have Chandra, Amavasya, obviously. So in the malls, firing from the gun bullets, terrorist attacks, bomb attacks, especially. And then you have this upcoming elections coming in India. Trust me, these elections will not be an easy elections. It will be complete violence. So there will be a lot of violence in these elections because of this eclipse. So when you are even going to vote, if you can online vote it, fine. If you can't online, do the voting. Be very, very careful when you're going for, giving the votes and casting the vote. You got to be careful. This is not a good time. If you have problems related to BP, if you have problems related to heart, or if you have immunity problems, if you have autoimmune diseases, or if you have problems related to your bones, there can be many forwarding pains. Forwarding pains are unnecessary pains in the body, and you will feel so low. Your self-esteem will be so, so, so low, as if you'll ask that is it worth it to be there in this world, or it is not worth it? क्या मेरा जीवन worth it है या कितना है? तो इस तरह के सवाल, lot of such questions will be coming to you. But like every negative thing, there is one positive thing which always happens. The positive thing is that the very next day, or in fact, during the eclipse, if you take Western time, ideally I don't take Western time, I take Vedic time. So early morning of 9th April, you have Navratri starting. Okay, so Navratris are going to start from April 9th until Ashtami is on 16th of April, and then 17th of April, the Navami. So, you people can keep fasts. If you can keep fast on the Navratri, this Navratri is coming just after the eclipse. So whenever a Navratri comes just after the eclipse, they are known as Siddha Navratris. Siddha Navratris means if you want to do any Siddhi, suppose you want to do any Bij Mantra, right? And you want to have that Siddhi of the Bij Mantra. And this Navratri that you have after the sun eclipse, it is not only for the Durga Puja. Any puja you want to do, right? Be it Hanumanji's Aradhana, or you want to do any Bij Mantra Siddhi, or you want to do any Durga Devi Siddhi, or any Dash Mahavidya Siddhi, or even the Ganesha mantras, or Lakshmi mantras, or even the Gayatri mantra Siddhi, or Vishnu mantra Siddhi, Vishnu Sahasranam Siddhi. If you want to do any of these 8 to 9 days are extremely auspicious, because the presence of the of the sun is shattered. That is where you got to be getting this opportunity within you to do it. So not just Durga Devi mantras, if you can fast for these 9 days and you want to do anything, you can attain it. So these 9 days are very, very powerful. And be very careful when you're dealing with the government, because Surya is the karka of government. So in your taxation, your income tax, your GST, or any challans that you have that are pending, or anything which you are missing and you're trying to delay, please sort it out, right away. Otherwise, it can lead you to bigger troubles professionally, business wise. It can give you a lot of problems. So these are the few things that you have to be careful as, my students. And how many of you are Pisces Lagna or Pisces Rashi? Anyone who is Pisces Lagna or Pisces Rashi? For them, for Aries also, it is 612 axis. And then, especially for Sagittarius also, because Sagittarius Lagna or Sagittarius Rashi is also difficult. For Leo rising, so people who are Leo rising, it is a very, very difficult, eclipse. So Leo rising, and then you have Aries Lagna, Pisces Lagna, and for the Sagittarius Lagna or Rashi, right? Though it is a difficult one, right? Extremely difficult one. And especially Simon, if you have Saturn in the Pisces, and then Letitia, you have Sun in the Revati. For Letitia, you need to be very careful with Sun in the Revati, because this eclipse is going to happen in the Revati, and Sun and Moon, they all be in the Revati, and it'll be Amavasya and Rahu being there. So it's very, very difficult. Please be very careful. Do not go out. Do not go for any long drives. Avoid traveling. Just cancel any travels if you have, right? If you're planning to take any flights or just trying to travel, just don't do that until and unless it is very, very important. You need to be very, very careful. Okay, so all these people now, the remedy for this particular, solar eclipse. There's one remedy that I want each one of you to do, is to do Aditya Hridaya Stotram for 11 times on April 8th. So in the morning when you get up, start your day with giving jala to the Surya, because you people are in India. And if you are in US, then you're not supposed to give jala to the Surya, but you have to do 11 Aditya Hridaya Stotrams, 11 time. Either you can listen to it in the morning, or you can just write it, or you can chant it, whatever you can do, just do it. On the same time, if you can donate jaggery, so if you have a temple, or if you have a gurudwara or a church or anything, any spiritual place that take donations, just go and donate at least 11 kgs of jaggery, right? And if you can give it in a gaushala, then it will be very, very good. 13 factor on the Guru Mahadasha, Lords both said yes. Yeah, Guru Mahadasha people who are in Mercury Mahadasha, people who have planets in the Revati, people with Sagittarius Lagna, Sagittarius Rashi, people with Pisces Lagna, Pisces Rashi, right? People in the Venus Mahadasha like me, because Venus is exalted in Pisces, right? I mean, it is going to be a very, very severe. People going through Saraswati or people going through Dhaya, it is going to affect them a lot. So be very careful in property dealings, be very careful in any government related issues and works. And if you are planning to buy or invest in a property, uh, you must postpone it at least for 3 months, right? And Simon, it is Aditya Hriday Stotram. Aditya, Sujitra, just share it after the class in the group. Aditya Hriday Stotram. Okay. Very, very important. 11 times in the morning, it's available. There is a shortest version of around 5 minutes, 5, 6 minutes available. If you want, I can share that, and just do it 11 times in the morning. And then just keep doing your Om Namah Shivaya, because Surya is very closely associated with Mahadev. It's very, very closely associated with Shiva. Okay. So doing Om Namah Shivaya or Namah Shivaya is very important. The Dwadakshari mantra, right? Om Namo Bhagavate Sadashivaya is also something that you can do. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Sadashivaya. Okay, is something, because it goes to the 12th house. Very, very important mantra. Whole day you can chant this. So even if you still have problems, just put it in the group and we will start doing one mala for that particular person. We can together take that person out of the situation. So if someone is really in the trouble on the day of eclipse or a day after the eclipse or a day before the eclipse, just put it in the group and we all shall do one mala of Om Namah Shivaya for that particular person. That is how, we try to come out of the situations of, as a team, as a group, as a family. Okay. Anyone who's facing any severe health issues from last 2, 3 days or severe depression or something, I know I speak to a few students in the morning, but then anyone who's really, really gone down, just let us know, put it in the group, we'll do malas for that person. Okay. Right. Any question regarding the eclipse? Any confusions if you have, you want to ask or share something? Anyone? I have a flight. When is your flight? What are the timings of the flight?
Guruji, my flight is Singapore to Germany, morning 12 o'clock departure on 8th.
On 8th, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll be out of that. You'll be reaching before the eclipse start.
Yeah, reaching Germany by around 7 o'clock in the evening. I'm going via Dubai.
So you'll be no problem. You'll be out of that system. Don't worry. Because this eclipse starts at 14:20 hours PST, Pacific Standard Time US. So afternoon, 14:20. So by that time you have already landed.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
Okay, so no problem. Yeah, Ankita?
Sir, I just need to ask, like, as you told, buying of the property or something like related to property, you should postpone. And actually, the thing is, I'm already running the Guru Mahadasha. And sir, I am planning to shift at my new home within this 3 months only. So, sir, I do have to postpone it.
You can do it. This is you're shifting to a property which is already bought. You're shifting to a property.
Yes, sir, it's been constructed property only. Like in a
Yeah,
home, we
yeah,
are
yeah. So
doing like,
housewarming is not a problem. And
oh,
make sure you do proper homas there, you do the havan there, and do all the fire rituals, proper graha pravesha, and then the kalash pravesha, and then you enter the home. Okay, don't just go just like that shift and just sit there. Just do
so we
uh,
are planning for a Sundarkand part.
yeah, Sundarkand is fine, but you have to bring Agni. So you do the Havan also, the Gayatri Havan or the Navgraha. I personally I don't do Navgraha, but I do, the Sanatan, the Gayatri Mantra Havan, because the Shuddhi of the place is very, very important, and Shuddhi can only happen with the Agni. There's no other way. I mean, any other prayers are fine, but without Agni, there's no Shuddhi.
No sir, but actually we are living in just one house only. अब सर हम ऊपर नीचे हो जाएंगे फिर तो एक्चुअली सर वो एक अलग नहीं हो रहा है हम ऊपर नीचे शिफ्ट हो रहे हैं कम्प्लीटली तो एक मैम सर एक किचन अलग हो जाएगा कम्प्लीटली
That
वो एक
is
चीज
fine,
होगी
but आप फिर भी हवन करवाइए.
ओके ओके ओके
Okay.
सर थैंक यू
Is the eclipse activated when Mars transit over that point? No, I'll show you the chart if you want, Simon. Let me show you the chart of the day of the eclipse. You can see what is happening. Just give me a minute. I'm making the chart and I'll show you the chart. So this is exactly when the eclipse is happening. So Jupiter and Mercury will be in the Lagna, Mars will be in the Shatabisha, and Saturn will be in the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Both are Panchak Nakshatras. Then we have Rahu, Venus in the Uttar Bhadrapada Panchak, Rahu in Revati, Chandra in Revati, and Surya in Revati. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six planets are in the Panchak Nakshatras, and also we've got Mercury retrograde in the Ashwini. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 planets are at the Gandanta. Gandamula Nakshatras. Rahu in the Gandamula, Chandra in the Gandamula, Surya in the Gandamula, and the Mercury in the Gandamula Nakshatra. So this is the placement. So it's a very, very, that's why I'm taking so much time of your class to tell you that this combination is a very, very severe combination, I must tell you. Right? Preeti is saying, Guruji, I was planning to go for a medical check. I have an autoimmune disease. Yeah. I'll meet my doctor tomorrow. It will be on Monday. By the time we'll get a clearance from all department. Yes, you should initiate. 100% you should initiate it, Preeti, because you need to be careful. This autoimmune disease can go worst or even aggravate after the eclipse. So get the treatment, go get the checkups done. So what are Panchak Nakshatras? How do we get the effects? Ankita, have you seen my video on the YouTube last week on Panchak Nakshatras? Right? Just go and watch, you'll get the clarity. It's there on the YouTube. Just 2 weeks ago, I've done this complete description of the Panchak Nakshatras, the remedies, and how they affect. So you need to go watch that. Okay, Sumit is saying, Guruji, should I postpone the purchase of the flat for another 3 months or through I'm still in the looking out? Well, the only concern, Sumit, that I have, is about the deception, or the cheating that can happen during the purchase. So it's not that you should not look for the flats, but the town planner or the company should be very reputed. The title should be clear, and all those legalities should be checked, because the problem will not be in the property. The problem will be in the documentation of the property. You will see many cases coming of the disputes of the property after this eclipse. So you've got to be careful with respect to that. So, if you're buying it, just buy it, but make sure you get the legal done. Okay, so there'll be a lot of legal problems. And you can get the, see, if it's already Stuti, if you already initiated it, you can get it done. Okay, the US market will fall, because of which the gold prices will go high. So it is good time to invest in the gold. Okay, if you want to buy some gold, it is a good time. The prices of the gold will go high. Okay, so it is touching 67,000 per 10 grams now here for 24 carats. Until next 6 months, it will definitely touch 75,000, 80,000, per 10 grams in India. Right, so it will be a good thing. So 75,000 is guaranteed. Okay, so 70 to 75,000 in next 6 months will be per 10 grams of gold in India. So it is a good time if you want to buy some gold in next 2-3 days before the eclipse. You can go ahead and buy some gold, and the prices will be little speculative, but then eventually within 6 months, 70, 75,000, 73, 74,000 is guaranteed. Okay, so that's another thing. Also, be very careful with allergic reactions on the body. So if anyone who has sinus, or anyone who has allergy or allergic reactions or problems in your chest, or if you have infections like tuberculosis or something like that, and you got to be very, very in the lungs, the infections can happen. Okay, also be very careful with your eyes infections. So if you have any eyesight problem, because this is happening, the Surya is in the 12th house, which represent eyes. So आंखों के अंदर problem आ सकती है. So people having any irritation in the eyes, just go and see the doctor. I mean, the only thing is that you don't have to be casual. And since it is happening in the Pisces, the Jala Rashi, and the Amavasya thing is happening in the Jala Rashi. So 72% of our body weight is Jala. All the emotions and prarabdha of our life is carried out in the Jala. So, your emotional state will be very, very bad. You will feel so low, all-time low, from last 50 years. That is what is going to happen. And I'm not saying, last 1 year, I'm saying all-time low from last 50 years. तो 50 साल में जो कभी किसी ने लो नहीं देखा है, mentally and psychologically, you are going to see that low in next 1 month. Be very, very careful. The only remedy to come out of such situation is to increase your japa. Increase the chanting Shri Ram Nam, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, or just keep saying Ram, 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 because Ram gives you a lot of Agni. It gives you a lot of fire, give you a lot of purity inside you. So that is one of the biggest remedies. But I'm 100% sure that these are going to be very chaotic next 3 months, right? Very, very chaotic. Be very careful with your health, Preeti. Just be very careful if you have that autoimmune disease. Anyone who is suffering from heart disease, or anyone who is at the stage 1 of cancer, because the white blood cells are going to increase in the body after the eclipse. So the first stage can go to the second stage, the second stage can go to the third can go to the fourth stage. Whenever sun is eclipsed, the only problem that comes is the white blood cells increases in the body, right? So got to be very, very careful. Hare Krishna Ji, only 3 days are to be conscious, or I mean, you have to be conscious for at least next 90 days. I mean, 45 days extremely conscious, but then yeah, Ram Parivar, Sumit ji, you can definitely bring on the Navratri. You should bring, in fact, it is good. Bring it on the first or the second Navratri. Planning to invest in 2 new ventures in next 2 months. Can I go ahead with Shagra? That is also based on your individual horoscope. But if I would have been at your place, I would have invested after looking at those things very, very carefully. You know, the problem is not with the profit, that the profit will come or not. The problem is that it can be, it can end up with the cheating. You can be deceived, or the people can deceive you. You can face deception, because whenever there is a solar eclipse, there is an amount of deception that come in front, cheating that comes. So people can cheat you. So you need to be very, very careful with respect to it. Okay. Any other questions? Yes, Guruji, my father-in-law is not well, autoimmune disease. Yep. तो ये autoimmune disease तो बहुत बढ़ेगी. Cancer जैसी problem, anyone who has any cyst in the ovary or any cyst in the breast or any such cyst, I mean, you will come to know that has now converted. It was fibroid, but now it is getting towards cancerous, cyst. So if you have any such cysts, please get the checkup done. Please get whatever you can done, so that issues are not there, and you can just control the problem right in the beginning. Guruji, any specific remedy for Pisces or Sagittarius Lagna? For Pisces or Sagittarius Lagna, the best remedy will be Om Namo Bhagavate Sada Shivaya. This is the mantra that can take you out of of this Pisces and the problems with the Pisces and the Sagittarius. Om Namo Bhagavate Sada Shivaya. Okay, Guruji, any specific sir, investing in the shares is good. Okay, it's not bad, but then you have to be careful that you only invest on with lot of confidence, and don't be greedy, right? And just be very good careful with your account details. The hacking of the account can also happen. uh, uh, Simon is saying, I'm not saying that I want to remove anything negative from my life. Yes, it is there. So you can remove something negative, because the energy is very, very powerful. So if you do certain mantras, I said for siddhis, for any black magic or any negative energy removal, it is a very, very good time, right? Spiritually enhancing time is there. Can it aggravate arthritis? 100% yes, it can aggravate arthritis. Guruji, we are planning to put resignation and take premature retirement. We'll do after 15 weeks. Vivek is going with Rahu and Maharaj Ketu. You see, Preeti ji, what can happen is that when you put this premature retirement, what can happen? There can be certain, issues coming from the government. The clearances will be a problem, right? Getting those clearances from the, clearance from various departments can trouble him. There can be some sort of inquiry coming in the picture for no reason. So ऐसी problems आने के chances जो हैं वो होते हैं. और इसका जो उपाय है, that is simply, if you get a chance within next 3 months, go to Rameshwaram. Okay, so just go to Rameshwaram and just go and stay a couple of days there. That is something that you can do, and do Shri Ram Nam Japa as much you can. For Vivek ji, it will be good if he does Ram Raksha Stotra. Okay. So then remedy for Marak Rashi. My Sadasati is also going, and Guru Mahadasha is also running, which is Badakesh in the Kanya Lagna. It just complete down fall time. I'm facing for many years. And only one thing keep coming in my mind is what my existence just learned. This is the story of a lot of people, Ankita. So for these Rashis, Makar, as I said, Sadasati and Jupiter, Badakesh and everything, the only thing is Om Namo Bhagavate Sada Shivaya, or reading Shiv Mahapuran will help you. So these things, getting into the, bhakti of Shiva, whenever Surya is afflicted, the only force, only power in this world that can take care of you is Shiva, right? So in the mundane level also, when the Surya is in trouble, you need to, work on your Shiva Bhakti. You have to enhance your Shiva Bhakti. Okay.